I remember being very young and the Captains and the Kings being in my parents' bookshelf and my mother saying, you have to read this book. And for years, and I suppose it was almost a kind of a youthful rebellion thing where I said no, because I was being told to read it, I wouldn't read it. But when I did, I went, oh, this is how it's done.
I've encountered several school children recently who had been reading How Many Miles to Babylon, and were a little bit giddy when I told them that I knew her. You know, so she's a little bit of a superstar out there.
She wrote a letter to my publisher in Dublin praising my book, and when I got the email from Owen, I just couldn't believe my eyes.
Everyone talks about the fact that she came to writing late in life. Now, I know that that's not true. She went there very early on, because when I was just in primary school, very young, she wrote a play for me to star in. I think I had to be a rather important rabbit in it. She started when her children were, as it were, very much growing up, and she planned her life so that she would, clean the house very early in the morning and then start writing when the children had gone to school.
I think the first book I read by Jennifer would have been, like many, many other people, How Many Miles to Babylon. Well, I thought it was a wonderful book, and I was left wondering how a book about such a big subject could be so short.
She compresses what she's trying to say into a very telling, readable storyline.
She's such a kind of a pared-back, elegant style that really kind of makes the story so gripping and is told in such a beautiful way.
A page in a Jennifer Johnston book does more than the words that are on the page. There are silences on the page, there are things that are unsaid on the page, and it's all really, really well crafted.
If she'd just written The Captains and the Kings, I think she'd have a place among the greats, but she went on to write a lifetime of novels. I've just finished Shadow Story, and it was as powerful as her first books.
Well-written work will endure, and Jennifer's work is extremely well written.
She's damn good. I'd say that, and I've no doubt about that. I have been one of her fans from very early on, and she's never disappointed me.
Hi Jennifer, it's Colum McCann calling from my noisy office in New York. I'm so delighted for you. Congratulations on the Lifetime Achievement Award. And while we're hurricane free here now at this stage, I have a storm of words for you, as I always have, because you've been consistently brilliant and brave and adventurous and generous and kind, humble, and a whole generation of writers owes so much to everything that you've done, everything that you've written, and the way you carry yourself. You are an absolute inspiration, continue to be, always will be. Thank you so much for everything. Congratulations on the award. Have a great night, and lots of love from New York.